All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach Hadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone of Well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the full elect that is out there pushing, laboring, believing, or listening on to this truth. All right, with all sincerity. And may the blessing and election be upon your houses. All right, the topic of this lesson, all right, the topic title of this lesson is gonna pretty much be, all right, Babylon, Babylon the big bully, in other terms, man. Babylon likes to, portray, a image, unto the masses, or an image unto the world, as if they are a neutral country, all right, as if they are, the big brother, as if they are the ones that's, gonna handle it. all right, so they're pretty much always putting their noses into these other nations' business, man, into all these different foreign affairs, man. Okay, and that is the main thing that Babylon constantly does, man. Right? They're constantly trying to interject themselves, right, into these other nations' business, man. Okay, that's why when you seen what was happening with Amalek, over there, and that war that they had going on. All right, all the countries like, yo, Babylon, what you gonna do, man? What are you gonna stop this? All right, that's how Babylon has kind of positioned themselves, man. And these other nations, they fed up with this place, man. All right, they're fed up with this place, man. They're fed up with Babylon constantly trying to tell them what to do, constantly trying to, stick their nose into their business, man. Right? Babylon does not know how to mind their business, man, and that's ultimately gonna lead to their downfall, man. All right, because along the way, they're creating enemies. They're getting on these other nations' nerves, man. All right, they're basically like a what's the word? A pest. All right, they're like, man, get away, bro. All right, and these other nations about to get ready to just unleash havoc into this place, man. Okay, they about to just say, F it, man. I'm sick of you, man. Babylon's pretty much a bully. All right, and Babylon been picking on these other nations for the longest, and now these other nations are about to get to that boiling point of, shit. I'm tired of this shit, man. All right, and we about to see this, truly pop off in this place, man. All right. I got this right here. Okay, this is a meeting that happened today. All right, with Zelensky and Trump. Right now, Ukraine and Russia, they're at war. All right, and here it is. You got the president of Babylon, right? President of America, Trump, in the middle of this, man, trying to trying to, quote unquote, as they say, mediate the situation, man. For what? All right, here Babylon go sticking their nose into these other nations' business. All right, now here it is, right? He's trying to mediate, and quote unquote come to a solution. All right, with what these other nations got going on, and here in this meeting, right, Zelensky is asking for some Tomahawk missiles, right? And the funny thing is, he's like, no, we not gonna use it. We just want to have it just in case, to show force. Man, that's bullshit. They gonna use it, right? And let's just say Babylon does supply those missiles unto Ukraine, man, and Ukraine utilizes those missiles against Russia. Russia gonna be highly upset. Gonna be like, what the fuck? All right, Babylon stuck their nose in this business. You gave them the weapons to fire upon us. Now our beef, our tension, is gonna increase, man. Okay, Babylon is creating enemies, man. And matter of fact, before I even go into this article, you know, I had got this real quick because I remember, you know, hearing this when I was younger, man. And as I got older, it like stuck into my mind. You know, as I got older, as I came into the truth, man. You know, and George Washington, all right, you know, the first president of Babylon, right? This fucking demon, right? On his farewell address, you know, I put it here. You know, I searched it up here. You know, he basically was saying, all right, for Babylon to not be getting into these other nations' business, man. All right, he was basically saying, you know, don't meddle not in many matters, man. All right, don't get into these different foreign affairs, man. Okay, because when you read it, because he was saying, you know, you're increasing your chances of creating enemies, man. And that's exactly what Babylon has done. They did the complete opposite of what he was saying, man. And throughout, you know, these years, Babylon has been, you know, involving themselves into a lot of foreign affairs that has no business, they have no business being a part of, man. So by them doing that, they're just creating more enemies. All right, they're getting more and more. They're adding on to their enemies, man. That even goes to show you, in a time when shit pops off in this place, all right, when these other nations, you know, start shooting these missiles off, man. Hey, it shows you why, right? We're seeing the build up to these things, man. All right, you know, we're seeing the build up to this place getting destroyed. All right. Salakia. Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick. This is Habakkuk, or Habakkuk, the second chapter, the fourth. I'm gonna start at verse 4. All right, the second chapter, verse 4, and reads, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home." Right? Hey, and these devils don't know how to mind their business, man. All right, they always trying to, you know, put themselves, all right, or put themselves into these other nations' situations, man. These other nations' affairs, man. You know, you could be at the store minding your own business. You know, you could be at the store minding your own business with someone, right? And here it is, the Edomite just gonna randomly just come, just butt their head into your conversation, or butt their head into your business, and be like, "What you got going on? What you doing?" You know. Hey, and I'm telling you this from first-hand experience, man. You know, I've had this happen to me before, man. Where I'm at like a store with another person, we having a conversation, and Edomite just pops up like, "What you guys talking about?" Like, bro, mind your own business, man. But that ultimately is what's helping lead Babylon to their downfall, help lead Babylon to their destruction, man. All right, them constantly putting themselves, all right, into these other nations, these foreign nation affairs, man. And by them doing that again, it's increasing their enemies. It's increasing tensions. It's increasing animosity, you know, between these various leaders and these different nations, man. And it's going to get to the point where it peaks out, right? It maxes out, all right? And these nations are ready to go to war with this place, man. All right? We already see these things is getting ready to happen. Okay? Let me grab this. Matter of fact, yeah, let me grab this. This is this is Second Esdras. Salakia. This is Second Esdras, the 16th chapter, verse 13, and it reads, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." All right. Them arrows being shot is what? The missiles, man. All right, the missiles that's going to be getting shot are by these, you know, various nations, man, to come and fall upon Babylon, America, man. All right. These other nations are no longer afraid of Babylon. Babylon is looked upon as a laughing stock. Is looked upon as a bully, man. All right. That's why you see these nations like what they're doing with the BRICS. All right, you know, getting together, making their own currency. All right, to help to destabilize. All right, the Babylon dollar, man, the U.S. dollar. All right, you know, these other nations getting ready to team up, man, to go against this place. And the pride of these people, right? And I was meditating on this earlier before I even did this video, man. The pride of these people in Babylon, right? The programming that this nation has done into the masses, man. The true propaganda that Babylon pushes onto the people in Babylon, man. They truly believe that they are untouchable, man. That they are unstoppable. Okay? They truly believe that no nation could touch them, man. All right? It's like seeing a badass little kid, you know, who's constantly being bad, who think he's never gonna get in trouble, think he could get away with everything, and then his ass get caught, and he gets that rod of correction. He's like, oh shit. That's what's about to happen to Babylon, man. These people are coming to a rude awakening, man. All right? Because these other nations have nuclear capabilities also, man. These other nations have, you know, weaponry also, man. Look at what China is doing, man. They've been putting in a lot of resources, money, time, research into their technology, man, into their weaponry, man. All right. I remember when TikTok got banned in this place, man, and these Babylonians started using this app called Red Note, which was to like substitute for that. And Red Note is an app that is very popular in China, right? And TikTok is banned in China, man. And when a lot of American citizens was on that app, they were communicating with people from China. They were seeing all the how advanced China was. They're like, whoa, we didn't even know it was like that, man, right? Because the Babylonian media has what's what I'm looking for? Pacified, in other terms, you know, or censored, you know, their outlook on these other nations, man. Your average Babylonian thinks these other nations are technologically, you know, a handicap, man. When in reality, these other nations looking at Babylon like, hey, Babylon's a third world country, man. Okay? And it's about to get real bad out here, man. So you got nations like China that's ahead with their technology, that's ahead with their weaponry and so forth, that's creating, you know, super soldiers, war robots and so forth, man. All right? That's putting money and resources into their missiles. Countries like Russia that's putting money and resources into their missiles, man. All right? You know? And also with these other various nations, man. So when we see things like this, right, I'm pulling it back up, we see things like this where, you know, you got the leader of, you know, the president, leader of Babylon here, you know, having meetings with, you know, the president of Ukraine and talking about, yeah, giving them weapons to put themselves into the war. You know, like they're basically putting themselves in the war, man. You know, in other terms, you can look at it like, what's the word? What's the term? A proxy war, man. All right. You know, where where a war is basically being funded or is being orchestrated by another group who's making it seem as if they have no part, but they're the ones that's funding it. They're the ones that's causing it, that's wanting it to happen, man. All right. You know, and again, this just came to mind too. And again, another thing too, right, to show you why these other nations about to really tag team, you know, gang up together to go to toe with Babylon, right? The whole thing that's going on right now with Amalek, right, in our land, you have U.S. citizens who have no type of affiliation with Amalek at all are flying over to that country to join their army to go to war, all right, with the country that they're at war with, man. All right. What do you think these other nations these leaders and these people, these other nations think when they see that, man. Right? They're growing their hatred for Babylon, man. And the fear that was had for Babylon before is no longer the same. These other countries is trying Babylon now, man. You know, they got that saying, testing your gangster, man. That's what they doing to Babylon right now, man. All right? Babylon's military is a laughing stock. All right? You know, their governing bodies is a laughing stock, man, unto these other nations. So it's inevitable, man. And if Trump does this and provides that those missiles unto those Tomahawk missiles unto, you know, Ukraine, you know, per the request of Zelensky, all right, what do you think Russia and Putin, how you think they gonna feel about it, man? All right, you know, it's like someone's trying to break into your house, but they don't have the tools to break into your house, and your next door neighbor gave him a fucking a lock picking kit, man, right? Or gave him a crowbar, man. You're gonna be looking at your neighbor like, yo, what's your problem, man? Why would you aid or assist this person into breaking into my house? That's how these other nations is looking at Babylon, man. So the destruction of this place is inevitable, man. And these people out here think that this is not going to happen. It's deceiving themselves, man. The Lord ultimately put that spirit of slumber upon them, man. Because Babylon about to get touched. Okay. I'm gonna grab this last one right here. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah the 34th chapter. So like here. This is Isaiah the 34th chapter, verse 5, and it reads, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment." Right? And that sword being bathed in heaven is what? Those missiles, man. That's going to be shot off, all right, from these various nations, man. Right? Those thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. ICBMs. All right? And they're going to be shot from these various nations. All right? It's going to be going toe-to-toe with Babylon. And they're going to fall upon this place, man. And Babylon's about to be completely decimated, man. Completely desolate. All right? This is what's going to be a reality of this place, man. Right? Look out your window. Look out your car. Whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing right now. Look outside, man. All right? Whatever you've seen is about to become, you know, nothing, man. It's about to become ashes, man. All right? Rubble. This place is about to look like a scab on the planet Earth, man. Forever. And this is why it's important to get right with Yahweh Shema Shah while you can. Seek the Lord while you can. Repent. All right? Do what you need to do to be found pleasing in the sight of Yahweh Shema Shah, because terrible times is coming, man. All right? We're seeing the tensions increasing. We're seeing, you know, what's happening right now throughout the four corners. We're seeing, especially, mind you, this is happening while there's a government shutdown, man. There's a lot of tensions, all right, building up within Babylon itself, man, with its citizens, man. Okay? So bad times is coming, man. All right? And Babylon, the big bully, is about to, you know, get checked, man. All right? But nevertheless, I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord, when this lesson was edifying to the elect of Israel. With that being said, I'll give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone Well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect that is out there pushing, laboring, believing, and listening on to this truth with heart sincerity. Until next time, shalom, and above all, Kwam Yasharallah, shalom.